Now, he's a singer, a songwriter, an actor, a producer, and one of the stars of the hit CBS series Blue Bloods. Please welcome back to the show, DonnieOnLivePart1of2.
The young lady you hugged on the way in, I think you just broke up a potential marriage.
Yeah. That's right.
I don't know. I forgot to put on deodorant this morning. When I hugged her, I could smell it. She's safe.
Sorry. She cut right to the wedding night, right here on our show. It's very exciting.
But you know, you're looking good, man. I remember last time you were here, you were all suited and booted. And your mom, though, she encourages you to dress up, from what I heard.
She doesn't encourage me to dress up per se. She just encourages me and my brother Mark to always be on our A game when we do talk shows and to always talk about her. And yeah, but she, you know, every show. I mean, whatever we do. And last time I called her right away. I said, "Mom, did you hear me and Michael talking about you? And I wore a suit for you." And she was like, "Yeah, but what about those glasses? Don't wear the glasses." So I left the glasses in the dressing room.
Yeah, it's funny because last time Mark was here, he told us how much trouble he got into when your mom discovered his shamrock tattoo.
Yeah. See, I think he changed the story because it wasn't really a shamrock tattoo.
Well, he said he got a tattoo when he was 11 of the shamrock, right?
He may have embellished the age. It might have been more like 13, but it wasn't a shamrock because my mother probably wouldn't have been mad at that. When I got my first tattoo, I was 19, and my mother's like, "What the hell is that on your arm?" I said, "Mom, your initials are right there." She was like, "Oh, okay." So Mark's, it was a Sylvester the cat with Tweety Bird's tail hanging out of his mouth and like feathers flying everywhere, and it was on his leg, and she was furious, and
He made it sound like he had a pirate and a shamrock and like skulls.
I think that was later. I think
Tweety Bird and Sylvester.
Well, Tweety Bird was dead. He was in Sylvester's mouth. So my mother was, of course, furious at that. If he was smart, he would have got her initials and it would have been all good.
She wasn't a Warner Brothers cartoon fan.
Not so much. Not so much.
Now, is there any trick for you with your mom to get whatever you want?
I always kind of get what I want with my mom. Yeah.
You know she's watching this, right?
Yeah. Well, I think I'm her favorite. She had 9 kids. I'm pretty sure I'm the favorite.
Wait, how do you know you're the favorite? I want to know. How do you know?
Well, she tells all her kids they're the favorite, but I know. I know I'm the favorite. I think Mark was my dad's favorite.
You're doing very well, though. And when you're doing well, your parents love whoever's doing the least well the most. You should know.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. I don't know. I think in my family, fortunately, we had a very rough and tumble childhood. When I was growing up, all my brothers, Mark is sort of known for being, you know, a kid who was on the wrong side of the law and turned his life around, but all my brothers were that way. I mean, I'd walk down the street and they say, "Hey, Junior Jailbird, when are you going to jail?" You know, because all my brothers were in trouble. They were tough guys, but they've all turned out great. Even my sisters, everybody's really turned out fine.
How's my girl Jenny McCarthy?
She's great.
Will you give her my love?
Yes,
please?
I will.
Okay, now, but I have a quick question about that. Who chased who? You're dating now, so who chased who? We have discussions about relationships here. How should we?
Oh yeah.
Well, okay. There's 2 sides to this whole relationship thing, but I'll just start with answering the question directly. Well, I did her show. We actually did Andy Cohen's show together, and you know, it was very cordial, very respectful. I thought she was incredibly gorgeous and smart, which was really great to sit there for an hour with her and talk and listen to her.
She's an amazing storyteller. She's a very smart girl.
Brilliant girl.
Yeah.
Brilliant woman and a brilliant mother. But she invited me to her show a few months later, I think 6 months later, and after the show, her assistant slipped my assistant her phone number, and I was like, wow, okay. And I waited a few weeks to call.
A few weeks?
Yeah. That's right, Donnie. That's how you do that.
See, here's the thing.
I changed my phone number 2 days later.
Yeah, I know, but see, this is the thing. Like, when you watch, like, Family Feud and they do the survey, says, like, how long should you wait? And it's always, like, the number one answer is always 1 day. That's just wrong.
No, that's not wrong. That's why it's the number one answer, because it's right.
No, but here's the thing. If you got game and you're a guy, you got to wait at least 2 weeks. But the reason guys do that is, see, Michael and I, like, we're propping up right now. We're saying if you got game and this and that. But the truth is, when we get the number from a girl, that's really the only time in the relationship we will ever have control. Because once we call, it's over. It's over.
That's what I'm talking about. We're going to talk more about this during this commercial break. We're going to find out what's causing Donnie to have a very sleepless night when we come back, everybody.
Still ahead on live from the new film Old Boy, Elizabeth Olsen.